tutorials on cryptocurrency trading, crypto jobs, and airdrops. Now, why are we focusing on these three key areas of crypto? Because they help you monetize the industry. Now, that doesn't mean that there are other sides of cryptocurrency, but we're focusing on this one because crypto trading, because you can buy a token and it appreciates. And under crypto trading, we'll be focusing mostly on spot trading because the risk there is minimal as compared to margin trading or futures trading. Um, I'm going to explain better why we are choosing just sports instead of margin trading and futures trading. Then crypto jobs, because it leverages your skill. You can do it on the side. It's a remote job. You can get a job as in any of non-tech skills. Non-tech skills, because they have a very short learning curve. You can learn about it in just a few weeks, and you'll be good enough to execute on the job. And then airdrops, because airdrops has proven to, since 2020 till date, proven to give you some very crazy money. You can wake up one morning and be extra $1,000 richer just because something qualified you to actually have that money. So these are the three key areas we are going to focus on. And if you maximize these things well, you're going to make a lot of money. Now, that doesn't mean that nothing in this world apart from Jesus Christ, not apart from God, nothing that, has 100% guarantee. Um, why do I say this? Let's take for example now the job part. Of course, you have to apply some strategies that will help you get a job. The trading part, it's not every time that the market is good, because just like right now, we're all waiting. Those of us that do um minimal risk trading, we are all waiting till markets is a little bit stable, and then we buy one or two tokens to make profit on. um and then when markets are so good, the ones we already bought before, now we also recover. So crypto trade doesn't mean that you won't buy a token today and tomorrow it has dropped in value. So we're going to touch all of that and how to manage your risk, how to protect yourself from scams, how to minimize your exposure to uh, terrible projects, because everything's about using knowledge you're going to get to increase, to have more upside and downside. There'll be downside, most definitely, but the this is to have more gain, more profits than any form of loss. So um I'm not one of those people that we hype. I don't hype things. I don't hype things. I'm not one of those people who will promise you, don't worry, you will not lose money. Don't worry. I don't do that. That's not even real. Doesn't even happen anywhere. So but then the point of it is, even if you are trading, you have a business, right? You make profit, and then one day you can go to the market and realize that everything have added money. You don't have to go and get money, extra money to add to your capital in order to buy your market, right? So you don't have to do some extra strategy so you can make profit from that market. So that's how it's similar to what we are doing here. And just like normal in other job industry, you have to learn a skill, then get a job and stuff. The advantage here is the airdrop part, that you can just sit down and something qualifies you just because you are properly positioned, and then you make extra cash. So we're also going to look at how to convert your um, currency, I mean your everyday currency, to crypto, and how to convert the crypto back to your everyday currency, right? And then how to store, because you can also save. I prefer to save in crypto than, I prefer to keep it in crypto, and then convert whenever I want to. That way it even helps me to, it saves me from spending a lot of money that I don't have to spend. So today we'll be looking at Today we'll be understanding cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology. And the learning goal here is to understand the basics of cryptocurrency and then the components of the blockchain. And also understand the components of the blockchain. So I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be using some Google search and some websites to show you one or two things. And then when we get to using things like wallets, exchanges, and all of that, I'll do all those walkthroughs and all. Don't hesitate to ask any question and draw me back if you have to. So give me a thumbs up sign or unmute yourself or use the chat section to let me know that you heard everything I said.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got everything. I understand everything you said. So
All
we can move on.
okay then. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen now, and so also confirm if you can see. Confirm if you can see my screen.
I can see it. It's clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. I love this industry. So this industry is amazing. So let me add one more. So if at any point you try to understand something in this industry and it's not making sense to you, please go and pray. Pray, pray about it, and then trust me, you understand it from God. I'm serious.
Okay.
So I'm serious. When I came into this space in 2018, everything was sounding like mathematics, and maths is not my best course. It's not. I don't like maths in any way. It was looking like everything was so confusing. So I had to go and pray, and I prayed to God to help me to understand. And interestingly and miraculously, the next time I came back to it, it started making sense. Like I could literally see the words in my head, and that's how I'm able to walk other people through it because I've been at that point of I knew nothing about this thing. I didn't understand a thing, and then now it's making sense and all of that. So, and everything we're going to be doing will be fundamentals because the fundamental helps you to evolve with the industry. The industry keeps evolving, but if you don't understand the fundamental and the basics, the constant evolution is going to make it look like the whole industry is very confusing and it's not going to make sense. And before you know it, it will frustrate you out of everything. But trust me, this technology is something I don't want to. You definitely want to be a part of. It's life changing. In fact, all the money I've touched in this life is on crypto. Sincerely, crypto job, crypto airdrop, crypto trading. Um, Before that time, I was in the Web 2 space. But then building a career in crypto space has helped me more than Web 2 has ever helped me. So let's get right into it. So this website now is called CoinMarketCap. I'm going back to the main page of the website and we'll be looking at so CoinMarketCap is a website where they list cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to be using it as a pointer. So the first thing is what is cryptocurrency? Now, just imagine your money, the money you have right you use it today, like your paper currency. I think right now you're in Ghana, so you use CDs, right? Or Naira here in Nigeria. So just imagine the paper currency that you have right now. It wasn't always like that. Like Naira was not always the currency of Nigeria. Cedis probably was not always the currency of Ghana. And generally in the world, paper currency was not always the form of exchange or value. So what happened? Money evolved. Money evolved. I think I gave this. I've shared this part of explanation to you, but let me just. I like starting from the beginning. So money literally evolved from trade by barter, like when man was created and value needed to be exchanged. When we started having more people in the world, and there was no way everybody would be on the same like level. So if I needed to buy something from you, I needed to pay for it. So Down the line, over the years, over the centuries, over generations, money evolved from one form to the other in order to be able to serve the need of man. And why was money evolving? At some point during this evolution, there was always a problem with the form of money existing. For example, the first form of money that was trade by barter. Trade by barter was a very terrible form of money exchange because you can't store it. Imagine storing yam for 10 years. It's going to spoil. So it became very necessary to change that form of money. So that form of money needed to evolve, and it evolved into cowries and gold and silver and bronze. So we had that's why having people paying paying for things with gold, bars of gold, silver, bronze, cowries. So people were paying for things with shekels and cowries. It became like bags of cowries and all of that. But then there was also a problem with that form of currency. Transportation was an issue. Imagine having to transport, let's say, like a million worth of gold, a million pieces of gold. You have to, and they have to move it from, let's say, Nigeria now to the US, and you need to travel by ship. That's a lot of process and a lot of, heavy weight to carry across the ocean. A lot of risk attached to it too. Robbery, shipwreck, and all of that. So money had to evolve from that form, and then eventually we got to a point whereby central banks, were introduced across different continents and across different countries. The essence was to manage and regulate paper currency. So if you read your history, the history of money, you will see that at the time when paper currency came into being, um, each country is now launched their own central bank, and same doing, that's when we now start having economics. Like the part of economics evolved into teaching about inflation, deflation, hyperinflation, and all of those things, because these are terms that are related to money and money availability, money circulation. And but then this form of money that we have today have a problem. Like the problem is the fact that there's a third party. Before paper currency came into being, there was no third party. It was just basically me and the next person. Like if I have to buy something from you, just simply tell me, oh, I'm paying with a bag of cowrie. I have to go and gather a bag of cowrie and give you. You need 2 bars of gold to pay for whatever it is. I give you 2 bars of gold. But then when paper currency came into being, there was a need for a bank where people can save their money, where that controls the amount that flows within the country. So if there's too little, of course there's scarcity, the value go up. If there's too much, the value drops, and other factors too. So and then this started affecting even the average man. It started people that had power can now access more money than the average person that have to always go through the tedious process of banks. And that was now what brought in um, cryptocurrency. Before cryptocurrency, every form of money, they were all physical. That means you could feel them, you could touch them, you could handle them. But cryptocurrency is digital, is virtual. You can't touch it, you can't feel it, but it still communicates value, if not much more value than the paper currency. But how did you even get there? Now, the technology behind cryptocurrency is called um, blockchain technology. The blockchain technology. Let me see if I'm going to. So let me see if I can get some images to share. hmm So okay, let me use this. Let me use this image. See if it's going. Okay, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Let me share this tab instead. Um, still loading. Oh, can you see hear me? Please just confirm you can hear me. This network can do its thing. And
I'm still with you. I can hear you.
all right, okay. Okay, so just in case you hear me and I'm not, I keep talking. You can even call me to come my attention because this network can misbehave.
All right, all
Um,
right.
okay, okay. Let me just go back to this tab. Why the other one keeps continuing to reload? Okay, so the blockchain now. I wanted to choose an image to explain to you, but the image is coming. But let me share this tab. Can you see my screen?
The screen just disappeared now. The screen was the
It should
coin
be
market app, the coin market cap. That was what I was just seeing.
okay. I'm sharing another screen now, but you can't see it.
No, no, no. I can't
Can you
see
see
that
it
one.
now?
No, I can't
All
see
right,
that
I'm
one.
going to stop sharing. Let me stop sharing and share again. Yes. Okay, I'm sharing a screen now. Can you see it?
Okay, yeah, I can see now.
Okay. I wanted to open an image to show you, but it's taking time to load. Okay, so now the blockchain technology is technology behind cryptocurrency. Um, Now this technology has evolved over time too. If you can even date this technology back all the way back to, I think, the time in Egypt. Egypt is known as uh, s- one of the centers of development, technological development. Egypt, Rome, there are few places in the world that tech started in its own way and evolved over time. And Egypt is one of those places, especially in the aspect of writing and stuff. So you can trace this technology all the way back to the use of cryptography to transmit messages back to Egypt and all. So you can see that these things didn't just happen. Like cryptocurrency didn't just happen out of nowhere. It's not like MMM and all those other Ponzi schemes that someone can just wake up one morning and just devise and then run away with people's money. This tech have been evolving with time, just like every other thing we have, like the airplane and everything. They evolved over time. The cars we have today evolved from one form to the other. Today we have the kind of cars we have now. And I can imagine how maybe our children and great grandchildren, when they see the cars we're driving now, they'll see them as outdated. Because by that time, even better models would have come out. So that's same thing with the blockchain technology. It has also evolved with time, and this cryptocurrency is built on this blockchain technology. So um the first cryptocurrency that ever made the light of the day and is still relevant to today is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency and is the cryptocurrency that many people know. It's a very popular cryptocurrency, and the person or group of persons we don't know that launched this cryptocurrency is called Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. So Satoshi, um, there's a technical documentation. It's called white paper. White papers are is it's called is a technical documentation of cryptocurrency or any products or any tech products. So there's Bitcoin has technical documentation, and that documentation, the idea is that we need a form of money that doesn't rely on the government or rely on a third party in order to transmit value. That means I should be able to store money, store value without it even crossing the bank or without having to face all manner of red tapes. I should be able to send money from Nigeria to the US without going through a lot of drama, just convert my money from one form to the other. Trust me, I've faced this thing. The time I went for a team meeting, a team get together at in Kenya. It was I don't know why I didn't even bother to convert my naira here in Nigeria. So by the time I got to Kenya in the middle of the night around 1 a.m., I didn't have money to pay for my taxi. Thank God for a teammate who came to my rescue at the airport and was able to pay before I subsequently converted money to naira and then paying out of my card, my naira card. Then that was when naira card was still functioning. was also extra expensive. So now this is one of the things that cryptocurrency solves, in the sense that I can spend crypto anywhere in the world just because it's one, like it's global. Cryptocurrency is so global that I don't have to go through all that hassle. I remember when I started working online, immediately I left school. I left school and I started doing some one or two online jobs. Getting paid was a hassle, especially when I started working on Fiverr, getting some gigs on Fiverr. Getting my money out of Fiverr was like, because I'm Nigerian, I have to go through all manner of, you know, exchange rates. Let me not even rehash that experience. But by the time I got my money out of there, I think I made up to the first money I made there was like $80, and then by the time I got it, I was like $60 something, and I was just grateful that it came out, just because getting paid as a Nigeria is a drama. It's very dramatic. So there was no solution. The only solution available back then was PayPal, and of course PayPal side, Nigeria is not even on that list. But with cryptocurrency, it's global. I can stay in Nigeria and send Bitcoin to someone in the US, and it maintain its same value, um, same acceptance anywhere in the world. So this is like one of the major benefits. So when Satoshi launched this thing, the value was at 0 point. It wasn't up to $1, but people began to read. They began to read the they began to read the white paper and started understanding the value that this Bitcoin brings to the table, and they started adopting it. So the value began to go up. Let me go back to CoinMarketCap and show you the current value of one Bitcoin. No, do I have one Bitcoin? No, I don't have one Bitcoin. If I have one Bitcoin now, if I don't buy, I'll go and pay for our land and 400 million for our church. Instantly. But then, um, the point is, let me share this tab. Just tell me if you can see this tab, please. We're back to CoinMarketCap. Tell me if you can see it.
I can say it. I can say it.
Okay. Now this is the value of one Bitcoin, $99,000. One Bitcoin. Let me click on it and then show you. So over time, the value of Bitcoin has appreciated. Let's look at all-time value. So this is the chart. This is the chart of from time of inception. Look at the price at inception was at 0.05816, and then it began to go up, began to go up, began 2012, 2013. Now, the first Bitcoin came out. Bitcoin has a birthday celebrated every January 6th, I guess. January 6th, Abi 3rd. Either January 6th or 3rd, the birthday of Bitcoin. Um, from 2000 and 2009, Abi 2009, either 2008 or 2009. And but it started gaining relevance. See, 2011. Look at the date. Like 2011, it was how much? $12, $4, $3, $4. Started going up, and the value of something is appreciated. A value of anything appreciates when people can see the value and invest in it. So people began to see the value of Bitcoin and see over time, 2017 until I met that, in 2018 when I met it, it was here, and then over time before we now got to this place where we are today. So now another quality of Bitcoin is that it has a limited supply. Only 21,000 can ever exist in this lifetime, and in this 21,000, not all of them are even in circulation. Some are locked down somewhere, some are inside a wallet that have been forgotten and thrown away, disappeared, and all of that. So this also sort of gives it its value, because when the value of cryptocurrency increases when more people buy it, and it goes down when more people sell it, right? The value drops when people sell it. So demand and supply also plays a role in trading cryptocurrency, the value of cryptocurrencies. So these are different places, are different markets. I'm going to explain this on markets thing later. Markets where you buy and sell cryptocurrency. See now, this is the Bitcoin community. 39%. are bullied.
Uh, can I ask a question
Sure, sure, sure,
or
sure.
after the class? Okay.
Okay, wait. Sorry.
Okay.
Just,
Should I wait?
just, I don't know if the question will bring me back here. Okay, ask the question. Yes. But I wanted to
I
say,
just
let's just
wanted
leave it
to
for.
ask if okay, then maybe let's leave it after the class that I can ask my questions and ask it. All right.
Okay, okay then. Okay, so this is Bitcoin community. This is how much they believe in the Bitcoin. So 9% believe that it's bullish, that is it's going up, and this other 21% believe that they want to sell it. So now all these are terms that you also get acquainted with over time. You know, this is not like a class that is you do the one. The more you are in the system, the more you try to find out the meaning of words, the more you try to get explanation of them, and then the more it begins to make sense, even more sense. This should go up now. Sorry, this laptop is waiting for me. When I shut it down. Uh, okay, so Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that we've established. Now, but today we have. I want to show you the quantity of cryptocurrency we have today. We have hundreds of thousands of cryptocurrencies out there outside Bitcoin. But Bitcoin came in and said, and this is possible. Bitcoin came in and said, oh, this is possible. And other currencies, cryptocurrencies are coming out. Now, why do we have other cryptocurrencies? Because there are problems to solve in the world. Every day, new companies come out. So, and they're trying to solve one problem or the other. And that's something the blockchain technology. Each project that comes out, now, just like the way we have startups in the world, startups in in the crypto space and also known as projects. They are called crypto projects. Why outside in the fintech world they are called startups, and other tech industry are called startups. Now this each of these projects are trying to solve either one problem that is existing in the tech, or they are manufacturing new problems they want to solve. But the idea is literally every day, one new cryptocurrency, not just one new cryptocurrency, more cryptocurrencies come out, and then ability to identify the ones that are valuable enough to pay you, to give you profits, is another skill entirely, right? So people train in that area and know how to identify these cryptocurrencies and how to buy into them and trade them for money. So I think I've explained to close to close some tabs. This will not be slowing me down. Sorry. Okay, so let me go back to the other screen. Now the blockchain. Another reason why cryptocurrency is also valuable is that the blockchain technology gives it its value in the sense that okay, let me rephrase. The cryptocurrency is one of the use cases of the blockchain technology. Cryptocurrency is one of the use cases, is one of the products of the tech. Now, the blockchain tech itself, as you can see in this, let me share the screen. Let's stop instead. So let this open here that is stealing me. Don't do this now. Sorry. Sorry, I have so many tabs open that I need to close. Sort of slowing me down. Can you see this
I
tab?
can see I can see the blockchain technology tab now.
All right. Okay. Okay. Great. So on this site, the blockchain, like this site where you can see properties of blockchain. I don't know how this is looking on your phone, or if you're using a laptop to see it. If there's a laptop, then the screen should be bigger than should be bigger than the phone size. But if it's phone, you might have to keep your phone in a slanted keep your phone horizontal to be able to see it. But on the right side of the screen, you will see properties of the blockchain and all. So now the blockchain technology gives cryptocurrency its integrity in the sense that the crypto, um, when you execute a crypto transaction, as long as you've executed it and it's already confirmed on the blockchain, it's irreversible. So it's not like when you have money drama now, you have to go to the bank and go and do some dragging, go and drag some bankers and all of that. So that's one of the things that people learn when they come into crypto spaces. They learn to own their activity. That's self. They become what's the word now? Self management, self custody. You don't have to learn to custody your, like have a self custody of your tokens or your cryptocurrency and your wallet. You have to learn how to manage these things yourself, because if it's already confirmed on the blockchain, there's nothing you can do about it. Which is why when it comes to buying and selling of cryptocurrency, we have what we call exchanges. Exchanges, centralized and decentralized exchanges. Now, the centralized ones makes it easy. They have customer support. They can easily like support you and help you figure out if something that they can help you get back, you can retrieve it back. But the thing is that it sort of beats the whole idea of cryptocurrency is that there won't be any third party, there won't be someone your funds should not be at the mercy of anybody. That's what the whole idea of cryptocurrency. That it should be like right now, if my money is in the bank, it's in control of somebody. They might wake up one morning and shut down the bank and say, we've frozen your account, we've frozen your assets, you can't have access to it. This is what you did. But in cryptocurrency, nobody can wake up one morning and freeze your account because it's in your custody. But then the idea of centralized exchanges is that it helps people, newbies to get acquainted with the space, but also removes the idea of self custody in the sense that these companies are the ones managing your assets, so they can easily freeze your account, or if anything happens to the company, you don't have access to your funds. And then there's also the other side of it, this decentralized part of it, where you actually have full custody of what you are holding. But when you have full custody, it means that the responsibility to take care of your assets now falls on you. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages of both self custody and when another platform is managing the assets for you. So now, the purpose of the blockchain is, I already mentioned, indirectly mentioned decentralized. That is, a single person does not have a control of the blockchain. Like nobody can come out now and say I have full control of the blockchain, because I can wake up on my own now and start to launch a project and grow my community out there and do my thing just like that. It's not like the way in the Web 2 world. I don't know if you're curious about what Web 1, Web 2, Web 3 is, but maybe I'll explain it. But let me use an example now. Facebook, for example. Facebook is one of the big companies out there. They control the social media platform. They have a very big share in what's happening. They can even control the narrative. They control what you see. They control your reach. All those things, because they are the big companies, and then they have a control. Now with the blockchain, that is not supposed to happen. I should be able to wake up one morning and push my stuff and push my audience and grow my audience and have my own access without necessarily having to do any form of godfatherism or trying to fight the big sharks in the water. So that's decentralized. So no, not a single person can come out and say, "Oh, I have a full control of the blockchain." If that happens, it defeats the purpose of the blockchain. Then we have distributed, in the sense that everything that's happening on the blockchain, there's a copy, like the multiplied copy. You can't cheat the blockchain. That is why this technology is so amazing. It's so amazing that if we really want a change in our countries across the world, especially in this our beloved country here, we can adopt blockchain technology into like the voting system. If you use the blockchain technology behind the voting system, you can trust the data, because if nobody can change it, it's as good as it's called the immutability of the blockchain. Anything that is confirmed on the blockchain cannot be changed by anybody in this life. Like I mean, in this life, nobody can change it because it's already confirmed. Instead of it to change, is to create a new part, an entirely new part, and that new part it won't be have any resemblance with the original part. That is how amazing this tech is. And that's why systems that need trust, like voting system, educational system, hospital systems, need to adopt blockchain technology in order to, so you can say, okay, this data is verifiable because the system is built on, is trustworthy. Um so we've talked about distributed, immutable, and then decentralized, consensus. Now, consensus means agreement, a point of agreement, right? Another thing that functions on the blockchain is different from agreements. Like you can, let's say, for example, I know some things I'm saying now, they're sounding like history, they're sounding like big story, but like I said, it makes sense over time. When we get to part where it begins, I'm just trying to give you foundation, and we'll get to the part where you begin to actively buy, sell, hold, whatever you want to hold. But I like you to have a knowledge backing what you're doing. Um, so consensus, the things you do on the blockchain to also demand some form of agreement, because this is our codes. It's code. They are all codes. So you are, let's say for example, what will I use as an example now? Consensus mechanism. I'm going to give you an assignment, but that's another way that I've learned that people can participate in my classes. So I'm going to give you an assignment, and you have to help me access. Um, okay, sorry. Um, okay, let me leave consensus mechanism for now. Let me leave it for now. So you feel like a lot of information. Then we have smart contracts. Now, what brought in smart contract? After Bitcoin came out, we have Ethereum. Ethereum is like the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. You can see it here. Let me switch back my let me share the tab. Can you see the tab now? Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world by value, and it brought in the idea of smart contracts. What are smart contracts? They are self-executing contracts codes, the self-executing codes, whereby if you set in a smart contract here, you don't have to actively service it for its function. It's be running on its own. Like I can be sleeping, and the smart contract is sorry, the smart contract is taking over, doing everything, self-executing what needs to be executed, and it can be running. That's why we have so many things. We have applications that are built with they're called smart contracts. Now in Web 2, we have coding systems and all of that, but they are not exactly as smart as the ones in the blockchain industry. And then even beyond that, we have there's another form of contract too, intelligent contracts, but that's on a whole new level. That one is on a whole new level entirely. Um smart contract, you can build applications, what they call decentralized applications. So these are all different kinds of cryptocurrencies out there. People buy, sell them, and more buyers means value go up, more sellers means value go down. So that's I've been able to introduce cryptocurrency to you. So another technology that you encounter is altcoins. Now, altcoins are other cryptocurrencies that are not Bitcoin or Ethereum. Just like the name ALTCOINS, altcoins, that's alternative coins. They have their own special use cases too. They have things they are solving. So apart from this one and two, every other one here is altcoin, altcoin. Now these cryptocurrencies now they have different categories based on whatever they are solving. Now this under the categories now you'll see different names. We already have some names here: memes, Solana, Dot, AI agents, Def AI, gaming. These are different categories solving different problems. Some of them are existing problems, some of them are newly manufactured problems they are trying to solve. But the idea is this market is a market that flows towards narrative. Like if the narrative is very strong, it means that the tokens you buy within a narrative will do well. Probably not all of them, but some of them will really do well. And another thing you should have at the back of your mind when it comes to dealing with cryptocurrency is the strength of community. This industry is community focused. Without community, no project will do well. Projects that do well means that they have a very strong community that believe so much in that project that they're willing to put in their funds and hold the project down and skyrocket the value of that project. So um all right, so that's that. So how does the blockchain work? So when you initiate, let's say, let me see if I can go back to exchanges and show you something. So under categories, the market dropped in the past few days. Shall so under categories, let's see if we get to the exchanges. So exchanges is where the buying and selling happens. Hmm. So now I'm not seeing this crypto space. Sha. Almost anything is possible in this space. Like literally almost anything is possible. Um, hmm, interesting. So I want to get to an exchange. So I'll show you something. Okay, let me just if I get that. So an exchange is where the buying and selling happens. We have centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. Yeah, I must have even passed that category safe. Already passed it. So when you want to, let's say now you want to receive, the first thing that you need to own in the crypto space is a wallet. That will be the next thing. I'm going to send you a wallet to install in your phone, and maybe in next class we'll look at uh set it up. But I'll have to use my phone to do that. But you also use a laptop, right? So we have to do both laptop and phone.
But right now I'm using my phone, so I don't know.
Okay, we'll do both.
Okay, all right.
We'll do both because on some good days you might need to access your transactions from your laptop, and you need to know how to set that one up too. Okay, so how am I going to do that now? I'm going to do phone. So when that's maybe on Friday, I'll do I'll use my phone so I can show you, and then which I won't be able to record that. Okay, I'll use Telegram. We use Telegram so I'll be able to record my screen and show you how to do that. We use Telegram and still use this platform. Okay, so now when a transaction is initiated, That is what. How do you initiate a transaction? You have a wallet, a crypto wallet. Let's say you are using Trust Wallet, for example, or Gimmick Wallet, for example. There are hundreds of wallets in this space. Like I said, people keep inventing stuff, keep creating stuff. Even if that solution is already existing, so they want to create their own version of that stuff, maybe to offer a new promise. Um, so your wallet is like it's like a personal bank account. That's what the wallet is. Same way you keep your money in your account. That same way you can keep your assets, your crypto assets in your wallet. And then when someone um let me see, I don't know if it's going to show. This window is really limited. Let's see if I can open one of my wallets and see if you can see it. I doubt. I see anything pop up, no. I doubt if you'll be able to see. Uh-huh. I doubt if you're seeing it.
No, I'm not saying it.
Okay, let me do something else. Let me stop sharing and see if I can share the whole window. Sorry. And two, Mac can have a lot of protective things. Can have a lot of protective features. Ah, clearly, I can't. I'm able to do it now. Oh, really? I'm sorry. Sorry. In the next class, I would have set it up in the set. I would have turned it on in the settings. Because if I turn it on now, I'll have to close this. Um, it will close my browser and restart.
Okay, no problem now then. Maybe next class.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you in the next class. Okay. So when I send you, just like the way I if just like the way you sent me money, send me money to my account. You have to open your bank account and you put the account number. You put an account number and then it brought out the name, you put in the amount and send. So same thing is that's how the wallet also functions. I'm showing this to Shaba, but I'll have to repeat this thing again on Friday. Let me see if I can get an image to show you.
I think I know how a wallet looks like. I think I have a blockchain wallet too. So
Oh,
I
what's
think
the name?
uh, I don't know. I actually downloaded um, blockchain itself, and then
Ah, that's one of the most complicated wallets ever.
so I think I'm sorry. I think I even have some other wallets. Is it something like Tonekeeper or something
Yes,
like that?
yes. Yeah, Funkeeper is a wallet, but it's a ton blockchain wallet. That's when I started
Yeah,
explaining wallets too. Types of wallets, some are specific to an ecosystem, while some are general.
yeah.
Some are very general, while some are specific to a particular blockchain.
Okay, I think I have
Funkeeper is a
Stonekeeper,
wallet.
and I also know of BitGet.
Bitget is a more general wallet. It's not because it supports more blockchains than Tonkeeper. Tonkeeper is more specific to its own blockchain.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So you always see the interface. You can see this the send, the receive buttons, and send out from your wallet, receive to receive funds for somebody. You copy address and you send to the person. Now, if you this is one space that you need to be very careful. Like I said, there is no support coming to your rescue. Like if you're using those wallets now, no support is coming to your rescue because the way those wallets are built, they are built for you to custody your assets by yourself. You have a custody of your assets by yourself. They can't help you if anything goes out because they're not even supposed to know what's happening inside your wallet. That is how those wallets are built. It's only on exchanges like centralized exchanges like Binance or the Bitget exchange itself. Bitget has an exchange as a wallet. They might say, okay, our belt supports you if the challenge you're experiencing is something that they can offer you support. So in this crypto space, like you have to double check, triple check, quadruple check everything before you send out or you receive because your funds can become the property can become another person's property or can get lost on the blockchain just because you just copy the wrong address or just do something wrongly or you played with your security and then somebody will decide to hack you. So these are security measures. So we're going to go to the security measures that you pay attention to. But if you do these things over time, they become a second nature. They become second nature over time. The more you do them. Um, all right. So how does okay? There's no point sharing this thing again. So a transaction. So when you those wallets now, when you initiate a transaction, what initiates a transaction? When you copy your address now and send to me now to send you money, we send you a crypto now. For example, I want to send you 1 ton. For example, as soon as I send that 1 ton, a transaction is initiated on the blockchain. And between time I send it and time it gets to you, a process happens. That transaction is verified by network nodes. It's like computers on the network. They verify to make sure that where the money is coming from, there's money there. It's like the banks, our bank accounts. If I say I can't send you money from an empty bank account, it's not gonna work, right? Same thing on the blockchain. You can't send something from an empty wallet. So the blockchain will confirm that where the money is coming from, the money is actually there, and then it will confirm it on the network. And when it confirms it, a block is formed. That's what the name blockchain is from block and a chain, two blocks joined together by a chain. So when a block is formed, those blocks, as Joshua are confirming, they are connected by chains. So the name blockchain, the blockchain technology, and when those chains are formed, you can't reverse them anymore. Nothing in this life will ever reverse them. So that is why it's always important to cross check everything from the point of sending or receiving before it gets into the blockchain where it's irreversible. So I've in between what I've been saying, I've mentioned some benefits of the blockchain, transparency. Everything that's happening on the blockchain is visible. Like it's very visible. You can tell where a money went to. You might not be able to tell who has it. Though some people are trying to like build platforms where you can see if you can tie a face to the wallet, but then you can track the money in the block. So there's transparency, there's a sort of security, yeah, and then efficiency is global too. Like I said, I can spend my cryptocurrency anywhere in the world because it's global, and I'm not limited by my country. Just like I can't spend naira anywhere else in the world apart from Nigeria. I can't spend the US dollar anywhere in the world apart from the US. You know, um, now limitation. In as much as this whole blockchain thing is here, they are still trying to. There's still some like limitations in speed, in scalability. Sometimes when people are too many using a particular blockchain, there's too much traffic. It becomes slow, and there's some blockchains are expensive, like Ethereum now. transactions there are expensive. You can spend up to $8, $10 trying to make a single transaction on Ethereum, which is why cheaper versions came out. Cheaper versions like Ton blockchain, Solana blockchain, Binance BNB chain, came out to offer cheaper and faster transactions. Also, the blockchain consumes a lot of energy. That's why all these green energy people that used to in support of the environment, they are always looking for a way to produce more green energy. Blockchains that are more supportive, that support the environment more. Um, Now, see the way I'm explaining this thing now. Most of it might be doing jumping off your head. It can be complex sometimes for a newbie to get started, which is why Ton, for example, is leveraging Telegram to onboard people because you don't have to know a lot of like crypto jargons to get started already, or what like gimmick is doing. All you just have to do is just install the app, and you already start using Happy Wallet to yourself. You don't have to go through setting up and all of that. So complexity of the tech can make it a little bit hard for a newbie to get started, but different projects are trying to create easier to use wallets, easier to use platforms to make it easy for a first timer to get started already without jumping so many hoops. Um, I want to believe I've been able to give you an overview of the crypto and the blockchain um, in this first class. We still have a lot of classes in front of us, so I'm not in a rush per se. Uh, like on Friday, we'll be looking at wallets and securities. We'll be looking at wallets proper on Friday, and that's where I would need to walk you through. So I'll use the wallets you already have to explain. You have Bitget wallet and um you have Ton wallet, Tonkeeper. So I'll use the wallets you already have to do the explanation. So we can do wallets in the next class. Wallet and security. So because you need to pay attention to security before we go deeper into the class. So now I can take the questions now. You can shoot me your questions now.
Okay, thank you so much for the class. Thank you, ma.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Okay, okay. So hold on, I'm coming. So yeah. So you made mention of something like white paper. I didn't quite get what the white paper meant or what it stood for.
Okay. Okay, do you want to ask all the questions at once, or let me just take one after the other? Let me take it one after the other,
Uh,
please.
okay,
It's
all
fixed in
right.
my head. So, you have them written down somewhere.
Yeah, I have them written down.
Okay, so let me just take one after the other. Then. Let me show you something about white paper. Bitcoin white paper. Let's start with that one. That's the most popular white paper ever. Okay. Yeah. So we'll be looking at Bitcoin white paper shortly. So you can. So I'll share my screen now, so you see. Let me know where you can see it.
Okay, it popped up.
So now a white paper is um a technical documentation of a project. In this in this instance now, a crypto project. Now this is a technical documentation of Bitcoin, like everything, how it's built, what's meant to be used for, how to use it. So it's going to help anybody who's in technical side. It's going to explain this is how um just like in the educational sector, like in education, you see things like research papers, write papers. So those papers are like documentation of research in the crypto space, white paper is a documentation of the technicalities behind that cryptocurrency. Like it's not for the layman, it's for those in the tech side of things to be able to understand, oh, this is how the code works, this is how it's set up. Like now, if you see now, look at see what is said here. Like I explained, say commerce on the internet has come to rely almost exclusively on financial institutions serving as trusted third parties to process electronic payments. So now, if you now scroll down, you see how transactions happen, and all of that. Timestamp server. So this is the technical documentation. Documents everything. So if somebody wants to rebuild, if they want to rebuild or understand how this thing works behind the scene, all they have to do is read the white paper and they can understand how it works, the technical side of things. While um, there are people who explain this technical side of things now in the layman words. That one is called technical writing, where it's a part of technical writing where you break down these white papers into layman understanding in a way that they can understand it easily and it makes sense to them in a way they can use it. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Makes sense to you.
And that's understand it right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get it now. I get it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so
All right.
coming down to, you also made mention of centralized and decentralized exchanges. So
Yes.
you were saying one I will have a kind of control over one, then the other one I don't have control over it. So I couldn't really follow well.
Okay. Let me show you something. Uh, let me show you examples of each of them. Let me start with centralized. So centralized, a typical example of centralized is Binance, Binance, KuCoin, Binance Exchange. So with on Binance Exchange, okay, it's waiting for it to open. Not now, not now, not now. So let me put on my VPN. Let's be safe. Really don't like us. Okay, I've done this our beloved country. So up my VPN. So let me refresh. This Kuma is the one that is even going safe. Though their mobile app works. Which is okay. It's because I'm thinking it's because I'm using Glow. Glow too can have all this drama. My VPN is on sure. Oh, Finance US. Listen to the US. Sorry, let me use the one that doesn't have all these restrictions. So now, um, you have the Bitget wallet, but it also has an exchange, a Bitget exchange. Let me even go to that and see. Since they have a Nigerian, they have a part of they support Nigerians. Let me see. Binance also support Nigeria, just that they've had drama in Nigeria in the past year, where our Nigerian government decided to go lock their executives up for a while. Um, let me see.
Talking about Binance.
Yeah, Nigerian government decided to go and lock one of the executives up because they felt they said Binance was acting Nigeria illegally, so the guy had to stay here for months. But they finally released them. So but Binance had to leave. That they had to dissolve their Nigerian team. Yeah, and focus on other. But then we'll still use their, because it's a global platform. So we still um we still use their exchange. I'm trying to go to BitGet exchange. So let me explain. So BitGet exchange now, and every other centralized exchange. We have BitGet, we have KuCoin, we have MEXC exchange, we have Gates. There are quite a number of them. They are built in such a way that you have to deposit money on their platform in order to buy and sell. Now, depositing money on their platform means that, what if the company shuts down? If the website goes down, your money also gets, goes down with them. You won't be able to access your money because they have control. Yes, you created your email, use your email address and password to create an account on the website, but it doesn't really mean anything. If they are the owner of the back end, they control the back end of the website. So they can say shut down tomorrow and fiam, they are gone. They've gone with your funds. Which is why we have a saying in crypto space that you don't leave your funds on an exchange, because they can wake up one morning and they're no longer existing. They can wake up one morning and they have an issue with the government, and the government will restrict them. So if you're trading on an exchange, it means that if you're leaving money on an exchange, it means that it's the money that you can bear if anything happens. That's another thing with the crypto space. They always say invest what you can afford to lose. Don't go and sell your most prized possession in this life in order to trade crypto. No. Always use money that you won't be thinking about your life and breathing heavily if anything happens to it. So that's another form of risk management. Of course, every investment is a risk. You're not even advised in anywhere in the world to use all the money you have in this life to kind of invest, because investments, they are, of course, they are low risk investments, medium risk investments, right, high risk investments. So exchanges are, you don't have custody of your assets on exchanges. You can log in, you can log in with your details, but US can decide, wake up one morning and say, oh, we don't like this exchange, and restrict. They are doing somehow, and when they restrict them, nobody will be able to withdraw money from that. Okay, from that exchange. So that's an example of centralized. Now, decentralized. What have I done to you guys this evening? And I don't want to switch my network now because it doesn't disconnect me from this call. But did you get what I mean by centralized exchange?
I understand you right.
Okay. So now decentralized. Let me say decentralized. So that one will not have trauma. A typical example of decentralized is Uniswap. Now, with Uniswap now, Uniswap, Pancake Swap, all the swap. Now, the idea is your wallet now. Your wallet is your gateway to accessing the decentralized world. Your funds are in your wallet, right? You connect it to a decentralized exchange. Like, for example, now can you see my screen here?
I can see the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So now this is Uniswap now. You are swapping one asset for another. Same thing, just something similar to trading an asset on centralized exchanges. But now the difference is that your funds are still in your wallet. You only swap the quantity that you want to use to swap. Um, you want to swap per time, and when you swap them, it goes back to your wallet. It's not stored on the exchange. I see the difference now. You only use the platform for swapping, for exchange. They don't hold your assets. Your assets are still in your wallet. The platform just enables you to be able to um exchange one asset for another. Does it make sense?
I get it.
Okay. So that's the difference between that's the difference between Centralized and decentralized. Centralized, you are holding your assets. But on decentralized, your assets are still in your wallet. You only interact with the exchange, the decentralized exchange, in order to swap one token for another. Maybe you saw a token you wanted to buy, and you say, okay, I want to buy this token now. So you just connect. You click the connect button. The connect button, and it connects your wallet to the decentralized exchange. When you're done with your swapping, your assets comes back to your wallet, and that exchange does not have anything to do with your assets. So you are still in custody of your assets. So that is the major difference. Any question again?
Uh, I think I wanted to also ask, would there be any other coin that would or that has the potential of overtaking Bitcoin?
We don't know yet. The gap is a lot. There's just too much gap. Let me show you. There's just too much gap. The chances are
They are slim.
they're slim. Like, though there are tokens you can buy, they can give you 1000%, maybe over a period of a year or so. That's why, and most of the time, you don't really know that that token has potential to do 1000%, but you know that it can give you profit share. So when there's a okay, let me use one of token for example. Last bull market, the crypto market is in seasons. We have the bull market, we have the bear market. Bull market is when there are high chances of you making profit. Bear market is a high chance of your money going to zero. So we have seasons, just like we have weather seasons in Nigeria. Our Hamatan and our rainy season. So um during the bull market, last bull market, I bought I bought Link, Chain Link. Chain Link was, let me show you. That Tuka is no longer, is nowhere to be found. I've sold everything a long time ago. But even up until now, let me find Link and show you. It's not even that far. 'Cause Link really really did well. Like, I see it here, Chain Link. It's priced at $21 now. I bought this token in 2020 at 1.5 dollar and $2.5. This particular token you're seeing here, this number 14. Can you see it? Can you see the token?
Yeah, sure.
So I bought this token in 2020, and I think I bought it in March 2020, and I sold in August at $17. So you can count how many X's it did. I bought it at $1.5 for one. 1.5. I bought at two different times. I bought at 2.5, and then when the price came down, I bought it more. And I sold when it got to $17 for one. I still
Wow.
imagine like X's it did.
That was crazy.
Exactly. So
Wow.
that's like biggest this thing back then. Like, oh, that money is not nowhere to be found. It has been spent. But then there are tokens that are like that. They are not Bitcoin, but they have that's why they are called what are they called again? What's that word? So you might not be able to own a Bitcoin, but there are smaller assets that you can buy. They can give you two times, three times, four times. Sometimes you might not even know it can hit 10x. So when you buy like in a bull market, what you do now is you buy, if you find a potential project that can give you two times your money or has the potential to do more. So as soon as your money hits 100%, you take out your capital and maybe a little more, a little extra, and then leave the other one. We call it the moon bag. It's not that moon bag that you now leave to run for the rest of the bull market, so that if it does X's, extra X's, you'll be able to leave it in the market risk free, knowing that your capital and some profit is out. Do you understand? That's actually how to trade this market without your heart cutting, because you might predict that the project might do very, very well, and then you hold all your money in the market, money capital or plus profit to only for the market to disappoint you and both your profits and your capital is swallowed back by the market. So this token has this link here got all the way to $50, but I had already sold at $17. Of which of that kind of feeling of, oh, if I know I would have held. I try not to feel that way. After all, something I bought at 1.5 and 2.5 and got all the way to $17. It did well for me now. It did well.
Oh
So
yeah, it's really something, something
yeah, so
huge.
exactly. Wishing that I still go to $50. There was no way I would have known that it would have gotten to $50 eventually, right? So, but when it got to something substantial for me, I took out my money, and the money
And
that
as at then, how many of the coins did you buy when you bought it at one point?
oh, can't remember now. Can't remember now. I just know
I guess it was a lot though.
it was substantial because I was always taking out of it. It was my support. Every time I get support, I just go back to my support line.
Okay, okay.
So, so there are instances like that in this market, right? And sometimes you might even predict wrongly. That's why you don't always go in with all your money. I know sometimes you start begin to feel like, oh, if I had added more money to this token now. There was a token I bought recently like that. And that's the one I even spent just a little money on. And the token has done up to I don't know more than 5x. And I'm wishing I put better myself better myself that thing. I've forgotten the smile by now, but I'm feeling very terrible. But what I can do about it, self. So there are times like that too.
You can't you when you've bought at a certain amount, can't you, like maybe when you say the market is doing well, can't you increase your amount or maybe your stake? I don't know what's called in the crypto space.
But you don't DCA up, you DCA down. You don't because um it's not how will I put it now? Everything is prediction. Sometimes based on charts, you can do an analysis like, oh, there's potential for it to do this, do that, do that. You don't buy going up, you buy going down to increase the size of your portfolio. So if it is going up, it's not going to uh, you can buy going up depending on your predictions, right? You can actually buy going up, but then the entry prices will not be the same, and then your profit might not be the same again. But you can buy going up, but it has to be something that you have to it now becomes a risk. Sometimes it becomes a risk. And the place risk is safe, and the place becomes more risky because if it goes down from that place, that maybe let's take for example now the token has done 100%, and you find out this token has the potential to still do more. But now the higher a project goes up, the more chances that it will come down. Like the chance of it coming down increases. I don't know if you get. If the more the prices keeps going up, the higher the risk. So if you calculate the risk of entering at the top, you are saying that you can risk any drawdown that happens from there. That's why your entry prices are important. You can buy going up. Like let me take for example now. Let me give you an example of the one I missed. Stew, for example, I missed Stew. I saw Stew at 0.8, 0.9, and it got to $1 plus. I was like, Stew's now at $1 plus, so let me not just buy again. Stew got to $2. Oh, it's already at $2, so still got to $2.5. I say now. So still just got increasingly, but then there's a reason why it's because still is an ecosystem token. That means there are so many reasons for it to be used. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. I know I'm saying a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah, I'm following you though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like you can buy going up, but then as the prices goes up, the risk increases too. But then if the price of a token If you're going to risk it, you must be convinced that there are reasons that will make that project to have more profit from wherever you bought from, like from the price you bought from that point you bought from. So it's not based on hope or based on guesswork or just based on any kind of prediction. There have to be use cases. There have to be like a lot of reasons for that. After that, maybe they've done like 200 or 300%, and then you want to still go in. Why should it do extra 100% from that point when it has already done 300%? So you must be convinced, or you must have your reasons why it should do extra X from there. For example, the reason why Link did extra was because it was the only Oracle token then. Oracles serve as a they connect other projects and supply them with data feeds, the data that they used to run. So Chainlink was the only major Oracle at that time, and being um being a pace setter or a trend setter usually has its advantage, meaning that other projects are depending on you. So that's to shoot up the value, most definitely. So that's one of the reasons why Chainlink did well back then. And then Sue did well because it was one of its own kind narrative, and then all manner of drama was going on in the ecosystem. So does that answer your question?
So that answers it. So lastly, the smart you made mention of the smart contracts. So is it more like a boat, more like a boat that you set and it trades for you or something like that?
No, no, oh, okay, okay. So smart contracts are for people that code. It's for people that code. They um, how do I explain this now? The codes that deaf people use to create products are smart contracts. For example, that decentralized exchange now, it was built with smart contracts. Do you get? So it's not like a bot. You can use smart contract to build a bot. You get use smart contracts to build. So they're not the end products. They are the infrastructure. They're the supporting. They are the tools you use, not the end product. Does that explain your question? Answer your question.
I don't really understand, but
Ah,
uh,
let me
I
try
just
again.
get that. I just get that it's not like a bot. But,
No, it's not. I said if you're a developer now,
okay,
if you are a developer, right? You
okay,
develop it. Use coding languages to develop. Do you get? Use
okay.
um
Yeah, I'm with you.
use coding language like for example in Web 2 they use things like JavaScript, all those things to build a code. Now in the crypto space, there are other coding languages, and some of them are specific to different blockchains. We have what are their name again? React. We have React. We have there are plenty. Sorry, I'm already running low on fuel. Um, they have different coding languages in the space, and with these coding languages now, they use them to build a contract, like build the engine. I'm looking for the words that you can relate with. Use and build the engine. Let's say now they want to build an app that can send and receive money. Send and receive money across the world. They will use the coding language and set up the system, the behind the scene, the back end. So that back end is like the smart contracts. that will now execute. So that it's saying that if A comes and press so and so, executes this instruction. If this person do this, if I click send now, that send should initiate so and so processes in order to lead so and so action. I don't know if you get.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So they are more like what happens back end behind the scene. So they make sure that
Okay,
whatever said on the front achieves the end result. They're not necessarily a bot, but you can use them to do the bot because at the front, people are seeing a bot where they can take an action.
yeah.
But it's not make sure
Okay,
that taking is active at the end.
okay, that's understood. That understood. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah.
All
So
right.
I don't know if we are still going to get to this, or I wanted to ask about the Web one, Web two, and Web three. I mean the differences and all that. But I don't know if in the course of the classes we'll get to that.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, no, no. You've
Um,
not asked the question yet.
no, I'm saying I wanted you to help me differentiate between the Web one, Web two, and Web three. But I don't know if in the course of the classes we are going to be having subsequently, we are going to get to that.
Okay, let me just quickly do that.
Okay.
Uh, let me quickly do that. Okay. Can you see my screen? Let me just use this. Let me use this as to explain. Let me use that
Yeah,
to explain.
I can see that.
Okay, now. Um. Okay. So everything that happened before, I think, is in 1994, right? Everything that happened before 1994 was Web one, the early version of the internet. I don't know if you ever saw Yahoo. That's Yahoo Mail. That first form, Yahoo Mail, I think MSN. There was this first set of email clients back then. Like if you Yahoo, MSN, there was this. They were not looking fine, not as fine as the ones we have today, right? If you met all those very very okay,
Yahoo, is it not the Yahoo we have now, or is it different? Like,
yeah, we have it now, but there was an earliest version. There was an earliest version, yeah, and there were like
okay,
similar. You see, how they look now, and they've not even really gone so far. They still look very, very like, nice now. But
okay,
um, there was an earlier version. Um, there was also there were what I'm saying is that those first set of that was like the first set of coding languages, HTML. HTML was like the first coding language. It was basic in the sense that it didn't even have buttons. It was just like a plain text, like you're opening it's just like you're open, just type in A B C D E F, like, and it just opens into like a blank, a white sheet with letters on it. There were no buttons on there. There were no interaction. You just basic HTML. Do you get? It was just a view only. People could only view content. They couldn't.
okay,
Yes. So that was Web one. Web one was a only web. There was no engagement, interaction, just basic HTML. Now, but that type of internet had to evolve. Of course, as people were learning, experimenting, it evolved after towards the 2000s. The and launched into the interesting about about all this evolution is that something terrible usually happens. For example, what brought in even Web two was that there was a major global all this global economic crisis that happened, and even careers had to change. Before we're born, safe. If you know about the industrial revolution, We had the first industrial revolution, second one, third one, fourth one. I think we're in the fourth one right now, if not entering the fifth one already. There was even a time where people, if you're working in industries like factory, you were seen as a big man. Do you get? In the history, like all these our fathers then them that time. If you're working in factory, your father is a very, very rich man. Before it evolved into things like careers like medicine. Do you get? Medicine was even a web one career self. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that from then. So web people have to evolve to web two, where when the economy there was economic meltdown around 1999. I don't know if you remember any form of drama. There's like, if I generally around the world, people are like entering a new age, all these like new age thing, new century, and all kind of narrative around that period. So it brought in um the likes of Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. They came in and started the era of social media and content creation. That brought in Web 2, interactive website, whereby we now have social programs. Like I can create. I don't have to only read now. I can now interact. You don't have to just read. You can now you can now like, if you like see a post you like, you can now like it. You can share it to a friend. You can comment. It became interactive. So, and it also created careers, new careers. Medicine and law and all of those, they were no longer the major. The era of factory went away. Factory workers were no longer like, oh, you people are like the big men now. Medicine and law became like the big men. But that one had to now evolve to, Web two, when we now start having likes of social media. It brought out new roles like social media management, digital marketing. Before Web two, in Web one, the kind of marketing that we had was billboard. We see a billboard today. Do you get? But then it was the only form of marketing. Like for you to market anything, you have to print it on the sticker and paste it. That means the only people that will participate in that thing you are selling are people that pass that sticker or pass that flyer or pass that signboard. Do you understand? That was Web one. It was read only. It was not interactive. Do you get? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I'm
So
following.
so so Web two too brought in digital marketing. That means you can place an advert here and someone in America will see it, just because the internet has evolved. Internet evolved to Web two, where that became more global, more rich, more interactive. People started creating content, video content, written content, and of that started having roles like content creator, social media manager, digital marketer, all those things. All those roles came out because of the evolution of the web into Web two. So we now, but today we now have Web three now, and most likely this Web three now will also evolve again to another form of web called it's called the agentic web. It's already doing that already. I think it should be like Web five. Web five will be the integration of Web two and Web three to give you Web five. The agentic web, sure, but we're getting there. It's not really full. So, but now we are currently in Web three, whereby it's built on the blockchain and other blockchain, AI, advanced technologies, literally. So that means you no longer just read, you also interact, and now you can now own. You can now own your. I was explaining self custody to you. Self custody is part of Web three, because in Web two you can't own it. Look at, you think you're the owner of your Facebook account. Let Mark decide that he no longer likes your face. You'll be locked out of your account. But in Web three, you can create a social media account and you own it. Nobody can lock you out of it. You, do you understand? Nobody can lock
Yeah.
you out of Web three social media account. We have social media accounts in Web three that is managed by your wallet. That means you have your reach is as much as you engage, and your data is stored on your wallet. So, and in Web three, the narratives are controlled by you and not the owner of the platform. Like Mark can decide that he wants to show you an advert from another part of the world, and there's nothing you can do about it sometimes. Or they can do the algorithm and whatever. But with Web3, algorithm doesn't even exist. It's based on what you see, is based on who you have in your contacts. And so in Web3 we have read, we have interact, create, and then we have own. You can now own your profile, you can now own whatever, you can own your assets, everything. You can now have custody of assets. And then we have AI. So it gives the users more control. In Web2, you don't have any control at all. I've seen people in Web2, they have 100,000 followers, and tomorrow they wake up and those followers are gone just because the system will say, don't like your face, we don't ban you. You get Web3 solves that. But these are the differences between Web1, Web2. So it's evolution. The internet
Okay,
has just been
okay,
evolving.
okay.
Yes, these different states of web, they're still existing to today, though. Okay, let me even use another
So,
example of this
so
thing
it's
is your
more, it's,
emails.
okay.
Okay.
Like saying it's more like the evolution of technology over time.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. All right. I think that's clear now.
Okay. So all this I would need to will form a foundation of everything we're going to do in subsequent days. You are
Okay.
still going to have a lot of questions, no doubt. We just want to keep it like so we want to keep it at just as much as sometimes just help them relax the space and make the best of it. Why some people would like to like go deeper and you know take an much advantage of the space even more. So whichever one you want to do, this basics will help you achieve them.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for listening to my plenty talk.
Plenty talks will go bring money now.
I that's so. I used to wonder what my life would do people in it. Like my fund our wedding. Not be people we see wedding. It's my life. I'm serious.
Uh, wow, wow. That's serious. Crypto money.
Yes, now crypto is where an average person can wake up one morning and be um, like today now. Like today now, the platform decided to give some people that use their platform over the last 1 year. That's what
Hmm.
crypto do for you. You can't really find it in the outside crypto like in the Web2. So I don't understand. Bank wake up one morning and start using their bank app since when. So it's only happened in this. All right,
Right,
that's
ma'am.
that's
All right, all right.
what we call it a day. I was planning for an hour, but we're almost doing 2 hours. But it's fine.
Um, that's serious. That's serious. Maybe from subsequent classes we have to be more particular about the time. Because I
No,
know maybe you yourself you have some other thing you've already planned for.
yeah. So when you were saying that.